Whether you want to create longer time-lapse projects or just want to keep pre-recording enabled so you never miss the shot, you can now safely get rid of that fear of missing out feeling with this, the suitably named Insta360 FOMO Power Handle. The clue is in the name here, a power handle that removes your fear of missing out, whether that's for creating longer projects or simply making sure you never miss that important shot. Although there's more than meets the eye here, with a couple of extra little additions that make this more versatile than a simple charging device. With a mainly plastic construction, the unit feels very solid in the hand, yet it's surprisingly comfortable too, not only because of the size, meaning you can really maintain a good grip on the unit, but these knurled sides that increase the gripability that much more, certainly giving it an overall premium feel, and from a company like Insta360 we'd expect nothing less at this point. Saying that, the unit does carry some weight, nothing that'll cause major fatigue mind, but considering this is a unit that's not designed to be body mounted, it's not really such an issue, although that does depend upon how it's used, more on that shortly. So at the very top we have the standard 1/4" 20 mounting point, along with a rubberized base for added protection as well as grip, and a dial just below, used to mount your Insta360 camera up top. Note that while the unit can be used with any of Insta360's action cameras, it's primarily designed for the X series of 360 cameras, which carry the same width and depth, meaning once the camera is mounted on top, the power handle is within that hidden stitch line. So just like a standard selfie stick, it won't be seen in the final video output. The configuration actually does make the camera easy to hold and use though, it's actually quite comfortable in this way. No issues there at all. Talking of using the system then, the power handle comes complete with the Insta360 mini remote, a single shutter button that can be used to power the camera on and off, as well as start and stop capture. This slides up and interfaces with the USB-C connector built right into the unit, keeping the remote charged and functional at all times, while providing the ability to tap the button to operate and start or stop video capture nice and easy. Talking of charging then, the handle incorporates a 6100 mAh built-in battery. That's enough to fully charge a standard X5 battery around 2.5 times over. Likewise, coupled with a fully charged 2400 mAh X5 battery alongside the handle, and that'll give you 8500 mAh of continuous battery power in total, easily enough to get you through several hours of continuous shooting, even the whole day depending upon your shooting settings. The handle's built-in battery can be charged via either of the two available USB-C ports, one located on either side of the top end of the hand grip, and this is also where the hand grip interfaces with the camera itself, which is also one of my main complaints with the unit in fact. So we received this USB-C cable in the package with these convenient right-angled connectors which help keep everything low profile. One end fits into the hand grip of course, and the other into the camera's own USB-C port, and this starts topping up the battery whether the camera is in use or not. Once charged, the handle will keep it topped up, providing that almost all-day shooting ability. Note that you will need to carefully wrap the cable in this way in order to keep it within that hidden area between the lens's stitch line, otherwise if it protrudes too much it will be visible in your shot. Nevertheless, a bank of LEDs at the bottom end highlight battery power remaining in the hand grip itself, not of the camera of course, with each LED representing 25% of power. A double press of the power button just above stops charging, and a single press will resume should you need to use it. As the hand grip is in effect a power bank, and we still have that second free USB-C port, you can of course use it to top up batteries in any other secondary device, be it another camera or even a smartphone, which is a nice added touch. I just don't really like this cable design though, it's not really as neat as I'd like it to be. A shorter cable would have been much neater, although saying that, when storing the camera, a button can be pressed in order to release the locking mechanism, which now provides the ability to rotate the camera so it's next to the hand grip itself, making storing the unit much more easier. And that's where this longer cable comes into play, since it will still reach from the hand grip to the camera's port in order to charge even while in storage, which is useful. But even then, I would have liked to have seen an additional shorter cable included for use when the camera is upright, rather than having to play with the cable to wrap and keep it out of the 360 shot. Anyways, note that there is no extending selfie pole with this design, firstly because there's simply nowhere for it to retract due to the high capacity battery taking up the space inside the grip, and secondly it would kind of defeat the purpose of the unit considering you'd need to use the cable to interface both. Extending the camera up and away from the hand grip would introduce issues when connecting both together. Instead, we do have the standard 1/4 inch 20 mounting point at the very bottom, where a selfie pole can be attached should you want that added reach, which in most cases you do with a 360 camera of this nature. While it attaches and holds pretty securely, note that because of the weight of both the camera as well as the hand grip being at the very end of the pole, it does make it quite top heavy, which can get annoying depending upon how you're using it. You can even see my pole bending here in fact, so in most cases I found myself just using it retracted if a pole was attached, just for that little extra length. When used in this way, the mini remote can be removed by sliding out of its position on the power handle, and the cradle and rubber ring, which are included in the package, can be used to attach it to the selfie pole itself, where the remote now clips into place and can be used just as easily as before. It doesn't feel as solid, but it does work and offers a good solution. If this setup doesn't appeal, however, with the selfie pole removed, we can pull out the built-in quad pod feet and extend them to provide a rather firm base thanks to the rubberized ends, which now provide the ability to place the unit on flat surfaces where it actually sits quite securely. After which we can remove that mini remote for some hands-free operation at up to 10 meters away. So while the system is quite flexible, it does come with a couple of restrictions. It's not recommended for use in action sports environments, whether that's skiing or cycling for instance, or anywhere you'd need to mount this to an object for that matter, and of course certainly not in wet environments due to all the open ports, both on the unit as well as the open camera itself. That aside, at the end of a day's shooting, fold the unit in half and leave it to charge. You'll even receive a lens cap to cover and keep the lenses protected, complete with a tether that can be attached to the back of the hand grip, where there's a tether or wrist strap attachment point. So in essence, this is really exactly what it says on the box, a hand grip. I personally do not like using it on the end of an extending selfie pole, it's too top heavy for that, and if you can see past the usage restrictions, so making sure it's only used in dry environments, and not really for action sports, then it's a really good device. I do tend to use it along with the extending quad pod feet and with the mini remote at a distance, and it really does extend the camera's life by a large amount, perfect for long time lapses or even better for using the camera's pre-recording functionality. If you're on the hunt for a hand grip for your Insta360 camera, this is a really good unit, and depending upon how you wish to use it, it comes in super handy. It's certainly found its way into my camera bag, and my Insta360 X5 is pretty much on this thing all the time, making it easy to recommend.